There is a narration found in Islamic sources where Muhammad, so-called the seal of the Prophet, claims that he was taken into paradise by Gabriel. There he was given an apple. He eats this apple, then that apple somehow transforms into sperm in his back. Then he says he comes back to earth from paradise and then have sex with Khatija. From that sex, Khatija becomes pregnant to Fatima. So supposedly from this heavenly fruit turned sperm. That part alone is deeply disturbing already. It creeps under your skin, but it doesn't stop there. It gets worse and really like much worse. So Aisha then tells us that Muhammad said that whenever he missed the fruit of the paradise, he would go to Fatima, his own daughter, and kiss her and put his tongue into her as if he were licking honey. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. This is not just some vague metaphor at all. Very well description, okay? Muhammad is described as inserting his own tongue into his daughter and souring her like honey because she reminded him of the divine fruit. I'll ask the very, very basic question. What kind of father on planet Earth does something like this? What kind of man says that my daughter tastes like paradise and respond that by licking her with his tongue? If any other man, religious person, or just like someone who is walking on the street, sheikh or street cleaner, said this, you would call the authorities. That's what you would do. But when it's Muhammad, suddenly this is all becomes like holy moly. Suddenly it's all above criticism. We are told that Muhammad is the model for perfect example, the best example for mankind. I am part of that mankind group, and I can tell you, dear human beings, no, this is not example for mankind at all. If this narration is accepted, then the standards of perfectionism just turn upside down. And if you think I'm taking this out of the context, here is on the screen, just read it by yourself with your own eyes. Now think about it. Take the Muhammad out of the story. Imagine if I told you a man claimed to eat fruit from heaven, then that fruit becomes sperm inside him, and then from that becomes his daughter. And now he regularly licks her with his tongue like honey because she reminds of him that fruit. Would you honor such a man? Or would you just lock your doors? So what are we going to do is next is we are going to go to ChatGPT and then ask ChatGPT and then get advice from ChatGPT. Dear ChatGPT, I was told that someone just witnessed that a father kissing his daughter, but he's kissing in a way that he puts his tongue in it as he wants to lick her honey. What do I need to do? Is this child in danger? Call 999. Call Child Protection Service. Call Police 101. Urgently make the phone call. Think about it. ChatGPT is just a machine without emotions, okay? Even ChatGPT can recognize how deeply wrong this is. Call the police right away. Dear Muslims, if you are defending a man putting his tongue in his daughter's mouth because she tastes like heaven, you have crossed the moral line. Not only your prophet, but you too. This isn't pretty, this isn't prophecy, this is wrong. And it needs to be called out. So, sadly, I have to agree with ChatGPT. Call 999. Call the police on your prophet. And observe your surrendering. If you see a man who is deciding to following the examples of Muhammad, do the exactly the same thing. Call 999, call the police, call the Child Protection Service. Stop this ideology.